Today, I'm gonna convince you that you should absolutely buy a Sony RX100V, especially if you are an online content creator and you do anything in front of the camera. It is darn near perfect, and here's why. What's up everyone, I'm the Everyday Dad, and if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. I have been wanting to make this video for a hot minute. The Sony RX100V is without a doubt the camera that I use more than anything else here on the Everyday Dad. If you see a shot that's outside, it was on this. If you see product B-roll, it was on this. If you clicked on a thumbnail that got you to one of my videos, it was taken with this. Seriously, this is one of the most versatile cameras ever made, and I was able to pick it up for $500 open box from Best Buy. If you can find the same deal, I highly recommend it because that makes this, no kidding, the best value in the video production world today by far. But I don't want to spend the entire video gushing about the RX100 because honestly I could. There are thousands of YouTube videos out there right now saying how awesome this is. So I'm gonna approach this as a full YouTube studio in a package that fits in your pocket. However, before we get too far into the video, if you haven't heard about this camera before, let's cover the basic specs of the RX100V to get us all on the same page. And as a quick disclaimer, because it happens all the time, I am not a photographer, nor am I a professional videographer. I make home videos and I make these YouTube videos, so those are the specs. Ooh, let's not break it, we'll be covering today. The Sony RX100V was released back in October of 2016, more than 2 years ago. Man, how time flies. It has a 20 megapixel, 1-inch BSI CMOS sensor. It can record in up to 4K 30 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second continuously, and can record in up to 960 frames per second for slow motion, though you do lose a lot of the quality after 240 frames per second. Another huge benefit are the 350 phase detection autofocus points. And it's got a built-in lens that is a 24 to 70 millimeter equivalent that is 1.8 at the wide end and 2.8 on the zoom end. Wow, that is a seriously stacked camera. But wait, there's more. It has a flip-up articulating screen, and it has a built-in ND filter. I mean, I have reviewed cameras that cost 7 times what I paid for this one, and they don't have nearly as impressive or useful specs. Seriously, this camera is almost untouched in the specs per ounce. Typing this out really made me appreciate it all over again. Physically, this is a small but beefy camera. And I never really put my cameras in a pocket in general, and even if I did, I doubt this would fit. All of the buttons and the dials feel great. It, no kidding, has more buttons, dials, and customization settings than some of the bigger cameras I've looked at. Like the A5100 as an APS-C sensor doesn't have the customization of this camera. Also, some of the major benefits for the body itself is both a USB port, but also an HDMI port, which allows you to do things like plug the RX100V into an external recorder, basically transforming this little camera into a legitimate all-in-one video production tool. Like, that HDMI port is huge. There are some negatives about the body that we'll talk about in a little bit, but to sell you even more on this camera that basically walks on water, there are 3 things that I consider in a camera before I'll ever recommend it, and the RX100V crushes each of them. First up, image quality. Frankly, the image quality coming out of the RX100V is quite literally shocking. The 4K recorded with this camera is actually 6K that's downsampled to 4K. In addition, with a built-in ND and a very fast 1.8 on the wide end, you can actually get some decent shallow depth of field outdoors with this little camera. There are much more expensive cameras that can't do the same thing. That's just for narration, vlogging, and other kinds of talking head videos like this. And to prove that point, let's hop outside real quick for a vlogging test. Okay, and so here's our outdoor / vlogging test. So this is the RX100V. We kind of got it set up on a tripod right now in the middle of like golden hour, like towards the end of it, I guess. And we've got it set to aperture priority mode so we can try to snag a little bit more of that light before the light's all gone. So we are recording in 4K 30 frames per second, and this is the audio coming straight out of the RX100V. We also have a G85 going right now with a higher speed microphone. And so we're gonna take these out and do a quick vlogging test. And by vlogging test, I mean, you know, walking around talking at the camera. Okay, so this is the image coming out of both. Now the G85 has way better in-body image stabilization than the RX100V, but like I've said in the video, the RX100V is like an all-in-one package with ND filter, 4K, all sorts of great stuff. The only thing it's really missing is that audio in jack, which, you know, unfortunately we have on the G85, but this is the image quality that you can expect to get, and we have like perfect lighting right now. I'm very excited. This worked out really well. And like I said, 24 to 70 millimeter equivalent lens. The sun's just going down. We've got it in autofocus continuous, which is so good on the RX100V. Like, I love this camera. We mentioned earlier that the biggest negative in the RX100V is the recording limit. So we actually have to do this test pretty quick because we will run into our 5-minute 4K recording limit here pretty soon. It is not a long recording limit at all. But man, I just really like this camera. You can see even as I'm walking around out here that this is handheld and it does have 5-axis image stabilization built into it, which is pretty darn good. I mean, it's not as good as the G85 over here. We're doing like camera bouncing. I'm sure the people around here think I'm crazy. There we go, gotta get that light. I'm sure the people around here think I'm crazy than I normally am. Okay, back to the video. And we're back. You know, all of that is great, but what I think this camera is perfect for is product B-roll. The RX100V at the wide end has a very impressive 5cm minimum focusing distance. This allows you to get close to macro footage. Combined with the slow motion, I don't want to talk in too much hyperbole here, but this is the best camera I've ever used for product B-roll. Period. The only other camera I really do like using for my B-roll is a Panasonic GH5, and that combined with a lens costs 3 to 4 times what this does. I mean, the GH5 is great. This does B-roll way better. Next up, and most important to me, fiddliness. You know, image quality is pretty straightforward. What does the video quality look like coming out of the camera? Is it any good? Okay, then great. But fiddliness is more important to me because the less I have to mess with a camera, the more footage I'll get. The more footage I get, the better coverage I'll have for my video. The better coverage I have for my video, the easier editing will be. And heck, the easier editing will be is the more I want to make videos. It's the life cycle of the YouTuber. Thankfully, the RX100V is not very fiddly. It does have an older version of the Sony menu system, which isn't my favorite, but it's also not as terrible as the A5100 menu system. You have enough buttons and dials to set everything up quickly and efficiently when you're out and about. But there's 3 really big features that put it over the top, and that is the flip screen, the built-in ND, and the autofocus. The only other camera that I've ever used to have all of that built in internal to the camera is the Canon C200 that we're filming on right now, which costs so much more. And it's way bigger than this little thing. I mean, it's a huge camera compared to this tiny little guy. Those 3 features are basically a killer combination of convenience and make the RX100V a dream to use. And lastly, but you know, pretty darn importantly still, is the ecosystem. We've mentioned this before, but ecosystem isn't as important for a point and shoot camera as it is for an interchangeable lens system. But what's nice is there's still a very wide range of accessories that you can get to enhance the capabilities of the 100V. My favorite of which is something like this small rig cage, which effectively solves one of the issues of not having a cold or hot shoe mount on the camera itself presents. With this cage, you can mount anything you want, and that will alleviate some of the negative aspects of using such a small camera, and frankly, this cage changes the entire experience. I mean, you can add handles and lights and microphones and all sorts of stuff. Cages are wonderful. Wow, if it's so perfect, Everyday Dad, why isn't everyone using one of these? Well, to be honest, a huge amount of online video makers do use the RX line of cameras frequently. Some of them use them as their main cameras. But there are 3 major negatives that I do want to touch on to make sure that you are properly armed. With knowledge. First up is the 4K recording time. If you want to record in 4K internal on the camera, you can only do that for 5 minutes at a time, which yeah, that sucks. But the reason for that is the second negative about the camera. When you pack a 6K sensor downsampling to 4K, and you do all of that in a camera that can fit into your pocket, and you throw in phase detection autofocus on the sensor itself, you will run into heat management issues. And yes, the RX100V does have heat management issues. And thirdly, there's no audio in jack. So much like the A5100, if you want to use this consistently for narrative work, you will need to record audio off camera and sync it in post. But that's seriously, that's like 2 button clicks these days. It's not that big of a deal at all if you let your editing program do it. So what, right? After all of that, I really recommend the Sony RX100V. They have upgraded it now to the RX100V Alpha, which is also great, but you can find some serious deals on the original 5 right now. And that makes this one of the best, if not the best deals in video right now. Okay, so we're gonna go off script for a second because for these like videos where I recommend that you absolutely buy something, I like telling you something from the heart that's not in the script. This is amazing. Like, this camera has changed how I make my videos. It is so easy for me to go to my B-roll station. It takes up no space. I can use smaller accessories to get that B-roll because this fits on everything. It fits in every place. The autofocus is fantastic. The video quality is amazing. I love this camera, and I'm serious. Go check your local Best Buy website and see if you have one of these open box. Go check it out, go see, and then call them. Ask them to actually scan it to ring it up. The tag on this and the website on this said it was like 700, 600 bucks when I went to go buy it. But when they scanned it, it was actually like 500 because it had been like, I don't know, ghost discounted in the system. Seriously, go right now and get one. It will be worth your while.